Hi everybody and welcome to your tech tip of the week. In this video we're going to learn how to add a file onto your Moodle page. With the start of the new semester, this is especially important to know. If you want to add maybe course materials, articles for your student reference, or even a syllabus so that way they can get an idea of what the course is going to look like. So there's a few ways to do this. The first way is a very basic drag and drop method right directly onto the page. So that's what we're going to start with. So we have to make sure we turn our editing on. So we're going to navigate over here to the upper right hand corner and turn editing on. You'll know that your editing button is turned on when these editing icons appear next to the items that you have on your page. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to an empty place here. So we'll go all the way to the bottom. If I want to add a file onto my page, I'm going to my Finder here and I want to find one that I want to use. So I'm going to grab this certificate of completion that I have here. All you have to do is take it from where you have it saved. So that could be on a USB stick, that could be on your P drive, it could be on your computer itself, and you just simply drag over to the topic and you'll see where it says add files here, and then you drop it, and that's it. It's as simple as that. It allows you to drag and drop one item. Now you can also drag and drop multiple items this way as well. So if I wanted to select 2 items, let's say, and drag those over, I can drag and drop them over and it will allow you to do multiple uploads. This is the only option that will allow you to do multiple uploads at once. The only note that I want to make about this option of doing it is that you are dragging and dropping it. So whatever the name of the file is going to be the title. If you were to, let's say, go into the file, so if we click on update and we go into it, you'll notice that the name and the description portion are mandatory. So there is a name and that's filled in. You can edit it and make whatever changes you want. But in order for you to save this file, you have to make sure that you add a description. So sometimes if it's just a simple syllabus, you can type the same thing that's in your name. A lot of people would suggest to write a detailed description so that way the students know what you're sharing with them. So in this case, I just want to copy and paste what I have just for time's sake and then press save and return to course. But that's a very important step to remember. So again, if you are choosing to use this simple drag and drop method directly onto the main Moodle page, the one thing you want to make sure that you do is if you go in to edit it, you're going to have to add a description for that. Now the next way for you to add a file is to, again, have your editing button turned on, click on add an activity or resource, and scroll down until you see file under resources. Again, this looks identical to the update page because now you're just adding a new file. So let's just say I want to add certificate of completion. And again, I have to add a description in order for me to do this the right way. And there are 2 ways I can do this. Now I can do just as I did before and drag and drop the item from my hard drive or USB stick or P drive, wherever you have your file saved, and just drag and drop it right over into this box. It'll appear here, and then I would move forward and press save and return to course. Now the other way, if you don't feel comfortable dragging and dropping, I'm going to delete this one out of here. You would go here and use the file picker. So I'm going to move this window over. In the content section, I'm going to press add. You want to make sure on the left-hand side, upload a file is always highlighted. For the most part, by default, it should be, but just in case you're not seeing the screen in front of you, this little section, you want to make sure that upload a file is selected here on the left-hand side. So next to attachment, you have the option to browse. So we're going to click browse, and then we want to find the certificate of completion. Select it, press open, and then press upload this file. And now you'll notice that the exact same thing shows up. So when you're ready and you like the way that it looks, you press save and return to course, and it'll put the certificate of completion on your page as well. Now again, with that option, using the file picker or using even that drag and drop method, when you press add an activity or resource, you can only add one file at a time. So if you are comfortable with dragging and dropping directly from your hard drive or wherever your files are saved onto the Moodle course page here, then you can just go over there and do it that way. It probably will be faster, but you just want to be comfortable with the titles of your items, or you have to go in and change the titles and then add a description. So I hope that you found this tip useful and that you'll use it when you're adding files onto your course. Thank you for joining us for our tech tip of the week. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.